Greetings. I'm a physical manifestation of my mother and father. I am an African American man that, according to statistics, will either be dead or incarcerated by the age of 30. My spirituality is in between Christianity and Islam. My mentality is in between the blue-collar worker and the street pharmacist. The land of the free is so distant to me. There's no place I can go without having to pay for something. The middle class work trying to become rich. The low class work for a better way of life, but will they ever see it? I look at my family and see they've achieved the American dream. They've also acquired debt that will carry on to their next generation. I journeyed throughout all my life trying to find where I fit in. They tell me that in order to be successful, you must stay in line. A line that goes from high school to college, and from college to landing a decent job. A job that pays $62,220, 75% cotton and 25% linen, fiat notes per year. It is without considering taxes and inflation. Nevertheless, we feel as if that is enough money to get by, and perhaps even to be proud of. I often hear workers say our company made $200 million for the fiscal year. I often hear these same workers say they laid me off. Are there any morals in business? Morals aren't within the profit margin. I am a product of my environment that has been staged to keep my mind from running free. I'm supposed to assimilate and wait for further instructions. They're watching me through social networks, and every time I swipe my card to make a purchase, I'm alone, I cry, but no one can hear me. I reach out, but no one can see me. I can't be helped. No one can help a person that doesn't exist. I plead to God, but she won't answer. I curse my mother and father for making me. I yell to the top of my lungs in the middle of Times Square, but no one pays me any attention. They look straight through me. I am an artificial person. I am Langston 2092, the Straw Man. Before I begin, you want to know where I got that from? It's a book that I wrote. I still have it on me. You understand? It's published. I have the copyrights and everything. But I haven't physically printed up. Hard copies. You know what I'm saying? As of yet. I wrote this book probably about 13, 14 years ago. You understand? Which brings me to this point. I've dumbed myself down throughout the years, and I must admit it. My vernacular is nowhere near out of how it used to be, years ago. The topics that I talk about on YouTube are just very bland and boring. I make it exciting, but once I push the stop button, as far as recording the type of videos that I do, I'm not gonna lie, it's times that I shed tears, man, because it's like people don't understand me. They think that this is just a joke, and ha ha ha, Langston is this and that. Nah. I'm the real deal. I really am. I'm the real deal. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect at all. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't want to be perfect. And if someone were to look up to me to say, "Oh, Langston, you're just a perfect role model," if you're looking up to me and saying, are really analyzing my life for the good and the bad, yes, I am. But if you're looking at me and you're saying, you're putting me in this box like I'm so perfect, no, I'm not that by far. You know, the mother of my children would tell you that, my children would tell you that, my family would tell you that, Pretty Ricky would tell you that. You understand? But one thing that I know for sure is that I'm about people. And I just don't like how things are going in the United States right now. I don't like where the United States of America is headed to. And this is the reason why I've done intensive research, you know, as far as dealing with technological singularity, the singularity. You know, people may say, well, man, you talk about this and you talk about that as far as singularity and technological singularity, but you never make videos about it. The reason why is because I'm just being real with you all. I've mentioned it and very few people have said make a video about it. But the minute I put up a video about Charlotte, that gets thousands of views. The minute I put up a video about Megan Thee Stallion or, you know, just pop culture, that gets thousands of views. And really, in the long, well, let me say it like this. Really, at the end of the day, people are not interested in their future. They're just not. And I just don't get it. I don't understand how people don't see the game that's being played on them. I really don't. You understand? Like, I'm not concerned about what the baby is doing. But the reason why I made a video about the baby is because you all are, not all of you, but a large portion of people that are out there in the world are concerned about what the baby is doing, what Megan Thee Stallion eats every day. And in order to, I mean, let's just be real with you. Let's be real with you. Let me be real with you. In order to make some type of money, I have to talk about these things. But I'm telling you, throughout the years, I've dumbed myself down. And I continue to do it. Each year, no lie, I just get dumber and dumber. And the only people that are able to see like the real me are my family. Straight up. Other than that, man, I've been, you know, on this technological singularity and automation, robots, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I've been on it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Well, I know this is backwards, you know what I'm saying? But it reads, if you're like most people, you probably never met a robot, but you will. You know, this is crazy. This is crazy, you know? I've been on this. I've been telling people, you know, that, listen to this. This is just like excerpts out of, you know, the several, the whole cover story that they did on robots. National Geographic, that is. Robots take inventory and clean at big stores. They patrol borders, perform religious ceremonies, and help autistic children. Look at that. I've been on this. You know, not this channel, but Langston 2092, the first channel that I came out, that was what I was on in the very beginning, and people did not want that. They didn't want it. Look at this. You understand? I know exactly where we're going. Straight up. I am what you call a black Nostradamus. For real. I know how they're going to draw everybody in as far as dealing with this metaverse. Straight up. For real. Just think about it. They already, they tried it out. I forgot what festival it was, but they already had the 3D of Tupac performing, and I think they did one of Biggie. So just imagine this. You're a Biggie fan, you're a Tupac fan, you're a Bob Marley fan, you're a Beatles fan. You want all of the Beatles there, because you know there's some Beatles that died. I think John Lennon was one of them that died. You know, you're a Jimi Hendrix fan. You've been wanting to see them perform live. Guess what? You're going to be able to do that in the metaverse. The metaverse is their world, where they have complete control over your mind. You know what I'm saying? You always wanted to say goodbye to your loved one. You know, you got in a car accident, right? And your wife died. Well, guess what? You get to see your wife in the metaverse. This is how they're gonna pull you in. I always wanted to be a white guy. I want to know what it's like to be white. I always wanted to be a real woman, a real man. Yeah, you can do that in the real world, but they won't respect you in the real world. Because your genes would say different. But in the metaverse, you can be a real woman, a real girl. And they'll respect you in that world. The metaverse is there to totally take control of your mind, body, and soul. See, people were talking about the New World Order. The metaverse is the New World Order. The metaverse is the new world. And they're gonna pitch at you, you know what I'm saying, what it's like to be in Barcelona without being in Barcelona. But once they got you, they got you. And I'll go back to what I said in the very beginning of this video. I don't like where America is going. Sooner than later, man and machine will be merging together. Straight up. They talked about in Time magazine, yo, I can't find this. Some things I can't even find, and it bothers me because this is something that I wanted to give to my children. But I've done research, I've Googled it. It's an edition of Time magazine that came out in the mid-90s where they were talking about neutrinoids. How and they're still talking about it now, by 2040 or 2045 or something around that time, there won't be a dominant race in America. That at the end of the day, there will be a certain percentage of black in you, white in you, Latino in you, etc. This is what they're aiming for, and they will achieve it. By 2025 or 2030, I think it's between 2025 and 2030. They're projecting that everyone would have a robot in their house. And think about all of these movies that you've seen, you know, iRobot, The Terminator, The Matrix. This is exactly what technological singularity is about. When robots, with their artificial intelligence, say to themselves that, you know what, hey, humans, they suck. They're nothing but germs on the planet. And we need to depopulate the planet, depopulate the earth. See, mankind has done itself an injustice by creating a robot that not only thinks for itself, but it has a conscience and it can build other robots. But this is what I was trying to explain to you all in the very beginning, all the way up until now. My name is Langston 2092 for a particular reason. That I just didn't pick this name, you know, out of Google names. You know what I'm saying? You know how like when you sign on to Google or YouTube or whatever, and then it's like you'll say, you'll put, for example, you'll say, you know, I want to be Gene 20, right? And then they say, well, Gene 20, that name is already taken. So they give you a list of other names you could go by: Gene 22, Gene 18, Gene O-3. That wasn't the case with Langston 2092. That in this book that I wrote, called Love and Apocalyptic Times, the hero or the main character is Langston 2092. And I got the name from Langston, of course, the poet, Langston Hughes, and the year that all of the things that the extinction level event will happen. The apocalypse will occur in 2092. So I'm not playing games, man. You know, but I realize one thing, man. People don't like the truth. The truth hurts. I don't understand that. Lies supposed to hurt, and the truth's supposed to be like beautiful, a lovely thing. But I do understand that we're in a world now, Like, if for those that look at Superman, we're in Bizarro world where things are turned upside down. And it's time for me, to leave. Because there's nothing I can do in the United States. I can't change the hearts and the minds of the people. You are all, not all of you all, but some of you, a great deal of you all are already en route of becoming slaves. To the 1% that control the world. Straight up. That's real. So I have to leave the United States and I have to go to a third world country where there's really hardly no internet. You know what I'm saying? I have to live like how people lived 30, 40, 50 years ago. And yeah, true indeed, I've been to my home, where my family's from, the West Indies, Nevis. And like when I went, I was like years younger than what I am now, and I almost had a nervous breakdown because I was like, man, I can't survive. Like, is that where the movie theater at? Where's the clubs, the this, the that, and it's not like America. It's not Americanized. But now that I've aged and now that I see that family is most important, loving and caring and having compassion for a human being is most important. Not Jordans. Not what the fuck Megan Thee Stallion is doing. Not a new gold chain. Not the new Mercedes Benz and BMW. Now that I see that, I know if I were to go and live in the West Indies or in Africa or any place where they're 40, 50 years behind, I would love it. I would embrace it. Because see, brothers and sisters, when you get older, you forget about all that materialistic shit. You just want to live life. That's all you want to do. Bare chested and all. No shoes. I don't want to wear any shoes. I don't want to wear flip-flops. I just want to walk barefooted. So every time I touch that ground, I'm grounding. I just want to look up in that sun and sun gaze so I can recharge my melanin. Just want to be a better person. I want to, for once in my life, be a humanitarian towards human beings. I want to get to the point where I have made a substantial amount of money and now I can give it away. Now I can help people because that's what life is all about. It's not about the next club. Listen to that. You're going to a club. Listen to that. A club is to hit you over the head. And that's what they do. They hit you over the head with that the charge that that they get, that you have to pay to get in. They hit you over the head. They overcharge you with liquor, beer, all of that. And I remember when I used to go to the club, all I wanted to do was get a number or two. So you mean to tell me I got to pay hundreds of dollars to drink, to get in the club, and my mission wasn't achieved at the end of the club because I walked out with no numbers. But guess what? The club walked out with my money. The owners of that club. It's the reason why they have the club dark and the strobe lights going back and forth and all of that. There's some science to it, yo. There's science to everything that these people do. Straight up. There's color codes. I used to do it. For real, I used to do it. I used to, you all know my story. I used to sell bootleg movies and CDs. And I'm telling you, I used to do this and it worked. I used to place like green with the orange, for example. Green with the orange, the blue, like the different CD covers. And it worked. Straight up, when you're in business, man, y'all need to read the 48 Laws of Power, man. Straight up. Like, when you selling a product, you got some of everybody on deck, including psychologists. They know how we think. They have altered our taste buds. And most of the food that we eat is full of sugar, and if it's not sugar, it's salt, sodium. That's the reason why I gotta leave the United States, man. I'm not saying I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm saying like I'm working towards getting out of here because it's about to get real. Or should I say fake? Automation is right around the corner, man. If you don't believe me, look at the Amazon grocery stores that they put up. One of them being in Seattle, Washington. Straight up. Where you walk in, and all you need is an app. And it's cashless. There's no cashiers. There's no baggers. But these are the things that people don't want to hear about. And this is what I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. So many years. But nah, I gotta talk about another rapper dying, another rapper passing away. I gotta talk about the BET Awards. Oh man, the numbers are down. No, this is my word. I'm telling you, this is my word. The numbers are down. I'm looking at my analytics. Oh man, I gotta do another Charlotte video. Throw them numbers back up. Oh, man. I said something too intelligent. Them numbers are down. Let me dumb myself down once again. Or twice again, a third again, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, a eighth, a ninth. To the point where it's going to be where I'm going to be on this is my word though. It's funny, but then again, it's not. I'm going to be on here one day and I'm going to be like, what's 1 + 1 again? I know, it's 32. I got to go. And for all you foreigners that are desperately trying to get into America, I don't know why. Straight up. Yeah, true indeed. You might be living in huts with cow dung, on your roof to protect, the rain from coming through and messing up your whole get up. I get it. You might not have central air and heat. You may not have communities like America has communities. I get it. You may not have the luxuries of America, but let me tell you something. You have this. You have this, and it's precious. It's precious. You got this, heart. You got love, affection. You haven't been diluted. You haven't. Your humanity hasn't been taken from you. But I can tell you, man, that some of my humanity has been taken from me, like away from me, and you all know this, y'all. It's been taken from you too. Like, black people are dying on it. We're like, it's normal. It's normal. 3 weeks ago. This is how, the ABC News. And just today, PNB Rock has passed away. He got shot, such and such and such. And Roscoe's, that's the most ghetto hood place that you can die. And then guess what? We rushed to get on social media to see that anybody had a picture or video of PNB on the floor, laying in a pool of blood. His blood. We saw it and we shared it and shared it and shared it and shared it 90,000 times over. And then think once that was somebody's father, brother, son, uncle, cousin. We have been dehumanized. They've done that to us. But not only that, have they done it to us? We've done it to ourselves. And I'm tired of it. I just want to live a regular, masculine life. Helping people. That's it. You can make all the jokes you want. Oh, Langston's gonna have a beard. He think he Jesus now, whatever. You can say whatever you want to say. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna get my happiness one way or the other. So in a couple years, I ain't gonna let y'all know. I'm just gonna use one day. I'm gonna push record, and you're gonna be like, whoa, what's the background? Hey. Oh, Langston done left. Yup. Yeah, man, I had to get that off my chest. I'm pretty sure these will be, the views are like, it'll be like 1-2 comments. That's right, brother. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video. I'm out. Peace.